Hey everyone, so long time no see. I've been really busy. I'm so sorry. I'm not posting any videos for like 2 weeks or whatever. Tests have been coming out this whole week and it's been really stressful, and yeah, so I broke out and it's like a lot of big mess, but I wanted to squeeze in this video because I've got a new foundation from Origins. I wanted to show y'all. It's a matte foundation. I wanted to show my new routine, how I do my makeup, so I was like, well, I should just do a whole video on how I go to school. So this is like a video showing you kind of like how I do my makeup and my eyeshadow and everything when I go to school every day. So it's like an everyday routine that I do at school, for school. So this is great if you're in high school or if you're in college like me and you need a routine that would be simple but yet clean and crisp for every day, and makeup that will last and cover your acne, because that's what's important to me. So hopefully this will be helpful, and stay tuned if you want to learn it. Alright, so the first thing I do is put my hair back. So my fringe is growing out, so it's pretty long. Excuse the acne, it's pretty stressful around finals. If you're in college, you know what I'm talking about, because finals are like the last thing you need to squeeze in. So luckily I was exempt from one of them. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash my hands before I touch my face. Take some hand sanitizer that I have here on my desk, or my vanity. I've already cleaned my face off. I've already used the Mineralized anti-acne serum, which I use every day and I love. And then I moisturize with the oil-free moisturizer Mineralized. So to introduce the foundation, it's by Origins. It's the Reflection Perfection Foundation. This is a little box. It was really cheap actually. I got it at my CCO. Unfortunately, they don't make it anymore. It was really cheap, but it's really great matte foundation. Let me read the back for you. So it says, even if you're not blessed with complexion perfection, you can enjoy smooth, polished, poreless looking skin. Natural built-in oil blotters, blah blah blah, what it has: manica, clove extract, satiny soft finish, reduces redness, and anti-shine smear finish. So it's pretty good, and I actually really like it. I'm going to do a little review on it later, but let's just get started. I'm putting it on, and I use it my hands to place it on. So I'm going to take a little bit on my hand. This is in the color Linens 03, if you can read that. Just put some on my hand, and I'm going to put this all over my face. And I really like this stuff because it really is really matte, and it has like this really great minty smell to it. And I've never smelled any foundation that has a really great smell to it. See, so already with one coat, I've already covered one coat with my face. You can see it's already reduced the redness and kind of even out my skin tone. So now I'm just going to take blots of it, and I'm just going to rub that into my skin. I said that real funny. But this minty smell, oh my goodness, it smells delicious. And that's the thing I love about Origins makeup. If you check out their foundations and their skin routine stuff, the smell of it is really organic-y smelling. I don't know, it smells like mint, and it's amazing. My skin smells good. And this stuff is really, it dries really quickly, so if you have it, you need to be very careful because it will dry pretty fast. So that was the Origins Reflection Perfection Foundation. Expect a full review on sometime later, but it really did cover my skin and my acne. As you can see, it's pretty much covered and evened out everything. So the next thing I do is I do my concealer. And I use the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW25. It's a great, this is a really great concealer for acne. And I use this like really blendy brush. I kind of just stamp it in there. I got this idea from Pixie Woo. She has flawless skin, but she doesn't really have anything anyways on her. But she uses a MAC 224 to use her as her concealer, and I found this really crappy kind of brush in my kit, so I was like, wow, I should really want to try this. And it was just kind of wasting space. So just go over your concealer with that, just kind of dipping the brush in, and just go like you're kind of airbrushing. It really helps with the blending of concealer. I mean, normally I pat it on, but this technique is really great. So now that all my scars are covered, you can just blend everything out that you just did. This is a great technique. If you haven't tried it out, try it out, or go check out Pixie Woo. Next, I'm going to take my ring finger and just pop that into the concealer. And then I'm going to use kind of like the Kim Kardashian kind of look, where you blend your concealer all the way to your nose. That's what I normally do every day, and I'm just doing a patting motion. This concealer is really great for under eyes too. I don't know, it's just a really great all-around concealer. It's great for quick uses. So blend all the way to your nose and down all the way here. So just blend all the way to your nose here, see? Just like so. You're gonna go pat underneath your eye and then blend the rest of the color all the way up to your nose right here. Just like so. And then the same on the other eye. Blend to your nose. And it's just gonna give you like this plane of your face a really smooth look. If you can tell, all my bags are gone. Now I'm just gonna set my foundation with a big puffy brush and some regular setting powder. So just take that onto your little brush, your big brush actually, and then just pat that everywhere. Doesn't really matter what kind of setting powder you use. If you have oily face, you're gonna need one. If you have dry skin, you don't really need one. But I have really oily skin, of course, and I need a setting powder. But this is going to really help your makeup last longer and everything stay in place. I actually forgot to put concealer around my nose and around my mouth. But yeah, don't forget to do that. Just did right now. Just pat the same concealer underneath your nose and then powder it. Alright, next I take a bronzer or like a dark color, matte color, but since I have oily skin I don't use a bronzer. I use this blush by MAC. This is in the color Harmony. It's just regular matte powder. I take a 150 and I like to pat that in there. I like the 150 because it's kind of like tapered and weird shaped. See, it's kind of flat. And it's really great for applying onto your cheeks. So I'm just going to apply back here just as like a little bronzing action. Move that into my hairline. Do the same on the other side. So sideways, use your brush sideways and then blend up. Sideways, blend up. And it just helps kind of bust out my cheekbones and, you know, give my nice and overall nice glow color because it's kind of pale without it. Now for blush, I kind of change it up every once in a while. Sometimes I'll use different colors, but this time I'm going to use the Sigma 168 and I'm just going to take this. Woof! That was bad. I'm going to take, this is the Coastal Scents 26 color eyeshadow and blushes. I'm going to take this eyeshadow right here, which is actually like a really strange kind of pink color, or this coral. I usually take one of these two, but these are really great blushes if I don't say myself. So I'm just going to take whatever. I'm thinking I'm just going to take this pinky one right here. See that color? It's just like a neon pink, and I'm taking that onto my 168 and then just apply that in a dabbing motion back to that bronzer, just like that. And do the same on the other side. So if you don't have that blush, Dolly Mix is a really great, the Dolly Mix from MAC is a really great comparison. Next I'm going to take, this is a Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC. I got this on my CCO. It's medium and it's like a mix, a medium and a mineralized finish. It's like both finishes, the natural and the mineralized, kind of down the half. So I use both sides and I use this to blend out my blush. So I take this as a regular kabuki and I just kind of sweep that across the highlight part. And then I place that right here on my cheekbones. And this is really great for summer because it gives it that nice glow. I love this stuff. And I kind of just blend it down to my cheeks just so I can get a really nice glow. And I'm just going to dab that. And then I take the powder part onto another kabuki and just dab that in there. And then I use that to blend out the shine. And then I also use that to cover any extra stuff I want to cover. I'm just going to use that to blend out my blush. So make sure you're going out, not in, because that's going to make more blush. And then a really neat trick I learned is to use both of these and just do like a little sweep line and then put that underneath my eyes. And that kind of just gives a really nice powdered look with some shimmer. So I'm just going to put that right underneath my eye just to give it that really nice hint of shimmer. By the way, this is like my favorite thing because it's like both of them. And it's a great product. It was like 20 bucks at my CCO. Alright, so my face is done and now I'm going to move on to my eyes. Just prime your eye with any kind of primer potion or whatever you want to use. I'm just going to use, this is the Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Alright, so I put my Paint Pot on. Then from the same palette, I just take, this is a really matte brown right here. You can use any kind of color you want with the 244. So just in one fell swoop, just kind of push that there and then blend that into your crease. You're just working on your crease and it should come out like that. Really quite simple, just working that into your crease. Actually, it's easier if you just open your eye and just go in a sweeping windshield wiper motion. Then taking the same skin finish, just taking the silver part on the 252 right here, just putting that onto your lid just to give it a nice shine. And don't forget to put a bit in your tear duct. Then taking Stila's Eye Kajal in Onyx, just put that on your waterline or your tide line. Then apply mascara and you're almost done. And then you're done. So I just applied MAC's Viva Glam 5. It just has a nice subtle shimmer, glittery kind of goldy satin taste to it. So yeah, you're done. Just really simple, really great for if you're going to school. I wear this every day. So I hope this was helpful. Bye.